Alright, this is titled Lil Rodney's son turned on everyone.
Ain't no nigga don't want beef with, bro. It's the internet. Don't give a f. Y'all keep thinking y'all Thanos.
Recently, Lil Rodney's son is deemed to turn on the entire streaming industry after having a fallout.
Change the title. What is? Hold on. I'm gonna change the title right now.
With a girl he was talking to, and yet no one really understands why. I mean, he's starting to beef with DDG, even people in FaZe Clan like Black Boy Max, and it just seems like he's spiraling out of control, making enemies that used to be friends, and he doesn't really care at all. But I wanted to break down the situation, starting from the very beginning, but in order to do that, you know, we have to start with who even is Lil Rodney's son, in case you're unaware.
Let me holler at you real quick, yeah. Why niggas keep talking about you going around talking about you f***ing?
Nah, you know what's crazy, bro? People don't give Lil Rodney enough credit. Did you guys see the clip of him at Hot 97 when he was like a teenager? He's been lit. You can have a big social media presence on other platforms, but trying to get it to translate to Twitch is really difficult. Before he was around Kai, he had like what, 200 or 300 viewers. The moment he started coming around Kai, it's like it gave everyone a reason to tune into his streams. A lot of people act like, oh, Kai made him. No, Kai just shed the light on him because he had already been grinding. To be in a position like that, you have to already have been, like, to get Kai's attention, you have to have already been grinding, because he's not gonna just put anybody on.
You Lil Rodney's son?
Yes, I'm Lil Rodney's son.
You talking about Rodney with the fat butt?
Yo, why is you playing at me, yo?
My fault, OG.
Nah,
My fault, yo. Everybody used to spam that. My fault, OG.
Your pockets.
Lil Rodney's son is a
Run your
content
pockets,
creator,
yo.
mainly doing streaming
That
right
fucking Baltimore accent. Run your fucking pockets, yo. I was fucking Ella Oons till I went and got them jackals.
now, but blew up doing things like the one you just saw right there. He also has a YouTube channel where he posts clips
Reacting. I had to spell it like that.
His stream, and he recently joined a house that Kai bought for not only just him but a bunch of other people, called the Clover Boys house, and he's been crashing out recently, with it all stemming from one disagreement he had with his prom date from Streamer University.
You ever be around fine just be yapping? I'm fine.
This girl is
yo, I'm not gonna lie, that honeymoon phase is real, bro. That honeymoon phase will really like have you in love doing stupid shit like that, bro. That's really how you know when you like somebody. Not when you guys have your ups. It's about how you work through your downs.
Raya, someone that Reggie had been doing streams with prior to going to streamer prom, and they were just having fun. A lot of people thought their chemistry was amazing on stream together, generating a lot of funny clips, and a lot of people tuning in now to see how their combos will go. Here a little flirty, some funny clips. Unfortunately, it wasn't all good vibe, because afterwards it seemed like everything was going well, everything was going fine, until Raya had posted something on her story. It was a promo that a lot of people do, which is just having people pay you to put something up on your Instagram story, or maybe even on a YouTube channel. Unfortunately for her, what she had posted on her Instagram story was a known
Why does it look like a dick?
Cash App scam. One of the things telling you, hey, if I send you $100, then you could get 1,000 back. Hey, if you send me 300.
Oh, she was promoting the Cash App scam. I'm not gonna lie though, if you fall for a Cash App scam in 2025, you're an idiot. You got the 750 scam, the 250 scam. What was that shit that everybody was doing back a few years ago? They would make the little diagram. This, oh my God. Yes, and then everybody would try to get their name in here. Yo, bro, I would never steer you the wrong way. Trust, it's not a scam. We could all eat. You get in there, and then I get in there, and blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. Literally a pyramid scheme. Thank God I never fell for that stupid shit.
$100, then you'll get $3,000 back. Anybody with a functioning frontal lobe would realize that's definitely fake, and using that is basically scamming your fans in order to get a quick bit of cash. And Reggie had a problem with that.
I'm telling her, you're the star. They want to see what your potential is. You feel me? So me telling her that, I'm thinking like, all right, she gonna use, go make a YouTube, start a business, YouTube business. She goes straight to the Cash App. First people that hear her, you feel me? I'm like, all right, I seen it. You feel me?
I mean, it's his audience, it's his platform. That doesn't make him a bad guy. That's smart. He's protecting what he built. Because if he would have just let it happen, then everybody would have been like, yo, Reggie, you put us in a position to get scammed. Did you see Reggie at Streamer Prom? Hell yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. Reggie is mad cool. I swear to God. What happened when I met him? Good vibes. Nothing but good vibes. I swear to God.
I'm not her boyfriend, so I can't tell her what to do anyway. She did a promo for them, and I understand that. And I'm the type that
YB dropped the song, I'll check it out.
Like that, I just know how it would be looked at. So I feel like niggas should hold themselves to a certain standard. And this is not even just towards her. I think this is a general just message to, if you're posting that Cash App scam, you definitely a loser, gang. That's broke. Money is not that serious to scam your supporters, man. Because it's going to be a dumb that's going to click that, trying to be head over heels for a female. A nigga going to click that and it's going to nigga day up. Y'all saying it's just promo. I understand that.
It's not just promo. It's not just promo because you're promoting a scam.
And that's just what it is. But to me, I want y'all to know, gang, like, I just feel like that's bottom of the barrel.
Reggie probably didn't know this at the time of making that response, but this was going to be the beginning of the end for him. After doing that and simply talking about why he's breaking it off with Raya, a lot of people sat there and were very confused because she just did a promo for an obvious scam. As I said, if I was to see something like that, even if I was younger, like 13 years old, I would hope I would have enough brain power to understand.
No, when I was 13, I didn't have money. I was trying to finesse.
That is just a scam. But a lot of people also get where Reggie's coming from. He doesn't even want to associate with somebody that would be fine having the potential.
Yeah, that's called being smart. That's called protecting the brand.
Since we are in a clipping era, it wasn't just Reggie saying this to his audience. Obviously, somebody was gonna clip this response and post it everywhere for multiple people to see. And one of those people just happened to be DDG. And somebody put it in his com, asked him about his thoughts about it, wanted his reaction to it, and what he said did not have Reggie happy.
She posted Cash App scams. She got paid for a promo. What's wrong with that? Hey, bro, I have no comment on that. If you dumb enough to click on the damn link and say, hey, bro, you give me $30, I give you $3 million back. That's your dumb ass fault, nigga. Like, what?
That's actually devious. I'm not gonna lie. That's evil. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I couldn't do some shit like that. Only way I would do that is if I was really pressed for money. Like, I was really down bad on my ass. But even then, I wouldn't do no stupid shit like that.
That ain't smart. I'm just saying, bro, like, if you dumb enough to click on the damn link that said, I be seeing them shits too. Tap in, bro. Credit card. Boom. You give me $100, I give you $1,000 back. Nigga, where the fuck does that logic come from? Like, obviously.
Me personally, I'm on the same side as DDG when it comes to
I do agree, though. If you fall for that shit, you're stupid. I do agree with that.
Anybody with comments.
But it's the fact that you would, it's not about it being a scam. It's about the fact that you're opening up people to a scam. Like, you promoting that to your audience is like, that's not right. You should not promote scams to people that support you.
Sense could see that no matter how much money you send to somebody, they are not going to 10x, triple X any of the money they give you. It only makes sense that somebody's putting this up just to get a quick bag.
Yeah, it's a fucking pyramid scheme.
Also misunderstanding where Reggie
could not do that, bro.
In the first place, talking about he doesn't want to associate with that. He just feels like there are better ways to make money than having you potentially scam your audience, because there probably is going to be someone dumb enough to fall for that. And no matter what audience you have, no matter what audience you cultivate, just because they trust you, they're going to be like, oh, this might be an actual trustworthy thing. No matter how many times they can be told this is a scam, because they believe in you and will believe that you wouldn't scam them, they're actually going to fall for it, which is something he just doesn't want to promote or push. And I feel like that message,
yeah, that's called having integrity,
across as to anybody, and just made it seem like he just doesn't want her to do promos, period, because that's kind of how it came off in DDG's response. And especially when Lil Rodney's son actually heard it, he got even more upset, telling DDG he might as well just stay out of his business because he's a grown man worried about somebody else.
Mind your business, bro. Mind your business, gang. Focus on that trash ass music, my nigga. You feel me? Mind your business. Nigga say anything. Mind your business.
Damn.
Your beef. Mind your business, gang. You 40 years old, my nigga. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say that. Mind your business, bro. Like, you're 30.
The reactions of this clip, honestly, I feel like was shared.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Reggie is funny. I see where he's coming from, though, because it's like you dealing with so much. He's probably like mad stressed trying to like talk to her about that shit, and then it's like you have to deal with a whole third party talking about everything. But that's the internet, though. Y'all are in the same sphere, like in the same community. Like, that's what it is to be a public figure. When you're streaming and your clips are circulating, people have the right to talk about you. I don't think DDG is in the wrong for giving his opinion about a situation. I mean, he was smart for responding to it, though, because like he benefited off the beef. If Reggie didn't really want to talk about it, he could have ignored it.
By a bunch of people, with them being confused why Reggie is being so hostile. I mean, it would be understandable understandable. This is genuinely a private situation that happened. I get that it is something that happened between him and somebody else, but this is the age of the internet. We clip everything, and it's not like DDG went out of his way to find the clip. It's literally going to get sent to him. Like his clip right here of DDG's reaction got sent to Reggie. That's just what happens. These communities want to see people react to these situations.
They want to see beef.
See what other people have to say.
I don't know what the beef is about. Gang, are you already fried? We 7 minutes in.
Now, people will hear that and be like, DDG could have just minded his own business, but in his head, he's probably thinking it's not that deep. Oh, I'm being told that she did Cash App scams. Oh, I mean,
it's about the whole thing with Raya, the whole Raya Cash App shit.
I haven't thought about promos. Let me say what I feel about promos. It's not something that he felt like would be taken that seriously to the point where Reggie would probably be upset.
Your title has typos, that's the point.
The relationship. He just made a comment on that single action that she did. I can still understand from Reggie's POV if he's just like, hey, you shouldn't be in this situation to begin with, so your opinion doesn't really matter. But a lot of people have controversy about or feel indifferent about. They're gonna send it to other create something about this.
He was just getting paid for promo. She just gets me keeping the thou out, like a whole thou. She was just getting paid for promo. She just getting the
bro. What? Am I bugging? I feel like, bro, not all money is good money. That's my opinion. Just because, oh, she just got paid for promo. So that means if somebody would throw you a bag, you're willing to do anything. Like, you gotta have some type of integrity. You have to say no to certain things. There's certain things you gotta deny and be like, nah, this is not good. That's just me, though. All that glitters isn't gold, bro. Deadass.
Japanese nigga, you wasn't gonna send her 2 bands? Let her get that promo cheese and go get your bitch back, man. Fuck this beef with you and DDG. Go get your bitch back and let her do her promos, man. You feel some type of way about the promos, man? Just give her a little $1,000, man. Give her a little $1,000.
So this overall situation just confused me because Reggie is making it seem like it's an overall attack on him because DDG just reacted to a video that someone in his community put in his timeline.
Why is he repeating himself?
Exclusively. And obviously with that response is going to come another reaction from DDG, starting a back and forth between the two that got a little bit unserious towards the end. But just in that initial response to what Reggie said, DDG is obviously going to have to say something and literally tell him you don't want beef with DDG because he is the one that starts and ends it always.
It's not even your beef, mind your business, gang.
I tell you this, nigga. I don't give a fuck about anything that you got going on, nigga. The clip got sent. I react to it just like everybody else. I don't give a damn if she scammed 1 million niggas. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what she did. I don't know your ex, nigga. I don't even know you for real. You feel me? Like, it's like, nigga, I really don't give a fuck. All I said was, if you dumb enough to click on the damn link when a nigga say you get money, like you get money, you send me this and that, then you get $1 million back. It is what it is. And then I was on your side afterwards. So I just say this, Reggie. I'm not the nigga you want to do this with. I don't give a fuck if niggas saying you trolling, whatever. I don't play like, cause I'ma keep going, bro. Like, I don't want to do it with you. You feel me? So just don't speak on it no more. We got mutual homies and shit. Woo woo. You feel me? But nigga, you a grown ass man. Like, it ain't like you a little ass kid, bro. You a grown ass man. You don't want to do this.
From here on out,
did he son him?
Seemed like Reggie wanted to burn bridges with literally everybody around him, because after this clip came out and some more stuff DDG has said, Reggie made an entire YouTube video talking about addressing the situation, which he also did do live and then clipped it up a bit later. But a lot of the responses in that video seemed very ill-willed and just started even more
I fuck with Reggie, but DDG didn't survive the soul beef. He lost, but he survived. I don't even think he lost that beef. I think it was a tie. He was going blow for blow with Soul Illuminati. But you gotta understand, like, Reggie is a comedian. Like, when you're a comedian, it's easy for you to say the most out of pocket shit about somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I think Reggie could definitely hang with DDG. Is his community as big? No. Especially right now. Definitely not as big. But I will say this, though. This could have all been avoided with one conversation. Like, DDG could have easily called Reggie and been like, yo, like, woo, 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 bang, bang, bang. Here's my perspective. Like, because DDG, he didn't really say anything disrespectful. Getting trolled by the comm, it's low-key good because then you're the topic of discussion, bro. All publicity is good publicity.
With people that was unnecessary.
The internet is gonna take clips and put them out of context and push fake narratives anyways. You might as well benefit and get some viewers.
With his response to DDG, initial response to him.
You a grown ass man, bro. Like, why are you even worried about another man?
I hate when people say that shit. You a grown ass man, bro, and so are you. What the fuck? So if you're a grown ass man, you supposed to just be fucking quiet? No.
Relationship. This is principle of situation. If your girl cheated on you, I'm not getting on here saying, oh my God, do y'all know that DDG and his girl got into a... I'm not doing that. So it's really just principle. But I also didn't have to say your music was ass. But you know what I'm saying? I did have to add a little bit of seasoning on the top because, hey, as a grown man though, sometimes you do gotta mind your business. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, gang. Me personally, I would've minded my business. That's me though. If a nigga think that him disagreeing with me on any topic is gonna make me go back on what I initially stood on, then that make me less of a person. Like, why am I not standing on what I'm saying? You feel me?
I agree with that. Not gonna lie. If you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything, bro. Anyone beef with Nissy, I got his back. Yo, GG9, you know that. You know we've been locked in, bro. 10 years. That's what Reg was saying. He had 50K yesterday. This shit free clout. The beef, yeah, literally the beef method will forever be unpatched. Especially in the big 2-5. Drama content is the most lit content right now.
I understand what Reggie is saying, bro. He would like people to mind their business and not talk about a situation, but he puts his business...
This is a oop for Reggie because he's in a beef with somebody who's way bigger than him. He just stands to gain. And in DDG, you know, bro, he taught a whole course about beefing at SU. If it's one person that knows how to milk a beef for everything that it's worth, it's DDG. Because the moment that he hopped on live and started talking about Reggie, he dead had like 9 clips get posted on Fearbuck. I'd never seen shit like that. I've never seen anybody get posted 9 times back to back to back on these big streamer pages, ever.
Internet for everybody to react to and everybody to have an opinion on. So regardless of what he wants, he has to know what comes with putting his information on the internet does. As someone who quite literally makes a living off of not minding his business, I can tell you that once you put something on the internet, people don't care and take straight.
I know that's right. I'm in the same boat. I'm in everybody's business.
Free reign. The person that he's literally talking about, DDG, had a whole public trial about a serious situation on his son literally being taken from him, and a bunch of people are
oh God, he was farming, bro,
as if it's not a serious situation. That's just what comes with putting...
You know what's crazy though? Reggie, J Swerve, a lot of people have been having Reggie's back though. DDG tried to say, oh, like his stream, I know he was trolling though. Oh, his production sucks and his streams is just him chiefing. But I'm not gonna lie, Reggie is really like everybody's comfort streamer because he's the most relatable and he's like the most real. That's one thing that I always liked about Reggie in his streams. And if you've seen where he was at in February versus where he's at now, he came up so quick.
Information like this on the internet is everybody's just gonna take it as that, use it as entertainment, and not really care about how you feel about it, because at the end of the day, it's public knowledge that literally anybody could find. Not saying it's a good or a bad thing, especially in certain situations. It definitely is a negative, but that's just what comes with it. And he already knows this because he literally does this on his own stream, reacting to clips of information that he didn't ask for and that people just wanted his opinion on. But it gets even worse because later in that same video, he starts talking about another person that he's cool with, that being Rod, who literally had the same sentiment as DDG that I showed you earlier, where he said that he doesn't understand why he's upset about the Cash App thing because people should just have a frontal lobe and know not to do it.
Ain't we supposed to be homies, Rod? It's mind your business, gang. Word. Didn't the ball you have was... How many teams your ball played for? How many teams your ball played for, mud? Not gonna lie, gang. How many teams your ball played for, bro? I would have never went to prom with her. Never.
I mean, this whole situation...
Really? So we not gonna act like Reg, really? We not gonna act like you weren't walking around SU cuffed up to Samaya, bro, the whole time. I don't feel like Samaya is a community ball though. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people try to push that narrative and make it seem like she just a thought that's just with everybody, but that's not the case, bro. All this shit on social media is not real. It's really not. Samaya, she's 19. She's still real young. She don't know how shit work for real. She thought she could be the female version of DDG. Unfortunately, when you're a girl and you try to do like guy content, the more guys that you collaborate with, the worse that you look. So the best thing that you can do as a girl is lock in with one and just go. Look at Lala. You don't see her collaborating with a lot of guys. The only dudes that she was collaborating with, DDG and J Cinco. And the only guy that she's really giving attention is J Cinco. She never gave DDG attention like that. She always said we're friends. She never was with that many guys. So you can't say she's a thought and she's this and she's that. But Samaya wasn't thinking about it like that. She's thinking about it like, oh, I don't have a name yet. And unfortunately, the way that it is like in the Twitch community, bro, if you're a girl, that's one of the ways to grow quick. You latch onto a male streamer, you farmed a pair of socials, flirt a little bit, and then you jump to, she jumped to the next person. But you're not supposed to jump. You're supposed to just find one person and lock in. Look at Raya. Boom, locked in with Silky. So now people are calling her a community ball because she's just collaborating with anybody, but she was trying to get her name out there. How many people could say that they cracked? Let's keep it a buck.
Reggie just crashing out on people that he already knew, like Rod, DDG. It was also other people that he just seemingly were upset at, because later on in that same stream, instead of just addressing those two people like Rod and everybody that was listening to him, he decided to go out and talk about FaZe for some reason. Specifically, Blackboy Max saying that his music is actually trash and terrible.
But my thing is, even with DDG, like DDG actually do numbers. So a nigga, even if a nigga say DDG is ass, a nigga can't say that he's the worst rapper. You feel me? DDG way over Max. No cap. Just for me to add a couple other niggas in the beef. DDG way over Max. I say
he farming like a motherfucker. He farming it. He got the rock. Throwing names in the mix. That's what I like to see. Farming. Max isn't live, so he's not gonna respond. But if Max was live, he would dead react to it, and then it'd be up. The beef method, that's a good method, bro.
Let's just be real.
Oh my god, you're burning bridges. I'm gonna tell you this right now, gang. Unless you say some disrespectful shit, nobody really gives a fuck, bro. They know. Everybody knows. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh, gang, like I feel like I would burn that nigga DDG on the song. Niggas don't want to do that. I feel like I burn that nigga on the song. Any of these niggas, really. Any nigga wanna go bar for bar or whatever niggas wanna do. We can go song for song. I'll make a harder song than any of these niggas. But I'm just not gonna be the nigga to take it there first. I want a nigga to diss me so we can get back.
It just felt like Reggie was crashing out every time he got on camera. It doesn't really matter who the person was. It was going to be a new person or something to say about them literally every single day. And with the amount of people he was dissing, obviously more and more people are going to react to the situation, which seems counterintuitive to what he wanted in the first place, which was for people to just leave him alone and mind their own business. But this crash out recently has just got more and more people to want to talk about it. Like when he dissed Blackboy Max, someone in FaZe ended up responding and saying something. I'm not going to show the clip because it was pretty short, but just know that's the effect that this has on it, because it's drama.
They defended him because he wasn't live.
To drama. And obviously after that entire crash out, he couldn't just leave it there. He actually ended up booting his stream the very next day and just crashing out more and more on people. Now I'm only going to show some of the highlights of that because I feel like it just seems like he's running in a circle, just calling out random names, calling them bad, calling them this and that, but also a big clip that encompasses the entire stream. Basically him saying that he is not afraid of anybody in the streaming industry, and no matter how many people might tell him not to diss somebody, not to talk about somebody, he's going to, because they are not Thanos.
Ain't no nigga that nigga don't want beef with, bro. Fuck is the internet. Nigga don't give a fuck. Y'all niggas keep thinking y'all Thanos. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? You niggas know. Bro told me don't even do this, bro. Bro told me don't even do this. Bro told me don't even do this. DDG hit Kyle like, bro, can you tell your mans chill? Cause I'm finna go at him. Should've just went at me. Why you calling, bro? You niggas calling niggas on me.
He trying to keep the peace.
You niggas calling niggas on me. Bro, you calling.
That's principle though. Y'all got mutual connections. So he's just out of respect. He don't wanna make his mans feel bad if he just went straight at him though. How do y'all feel about beef?
These the niggas y'all praise though. Niggas calling niggas on me.
You better gas up your next beef. You know what's crazy though? I don't wanna get in like any beefs, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm the type of person, bro. I'm like negative when it comes to myself. I don't want to be that guy that's just negative to a bunch of other people. I could farm a beef right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I could definitely farm a beef with somebody, but that's just not me. Like, that's not why I'm here. I don't want to like kickstart a beef and go back and forth with people. I don't care, bro. For me, I always wanted to be the person that was positive. And if I said something, it was just because it had to be said. I'd rather people say that I glaze than trying to spark a beef. That's just my mentality. You know what I mean? The world it's already enough going on. And the way that the internet is, everybody is much stronger we're all much stronger when we're together.
Grown ass man. Y'all niggas teaming up. I'm popping. I don't care. Fuck all y'all niggas, bro. Fuck, my nigga. You only started streaming because your other careers, you know the real, my nigga. If you didn't start streaming, how well would that music be doing? DDG. That's my honest question. If you didn't start streaming, how well would that music be doing, bro? Like, none of you niggas is bigger than Big Bro. Consonant gonna always be bigger than you little niggas, bro.
Y'all gotta remember, this entire crash...
Nah, that's actually glaze. That's actually fucking glaze. I'm not gonna lie. You should want to be a streamer. Being a streamer right now is better than being a rapper. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everybody wanted to rap or go to the NBA. Most people, 99.9% of people, you're not going to the NBA. 99.9% of people, you're not gonna be a rapper. A lot of people won't be streamers. But the way that it is now, it's cooler to be a streamer than it is to be a fucking rapper.
So this entire saga started because DDG made a comment about something he posted on the internet between him and a girl that had a public relationship on the internet. And not even anything about the relationship, just about the fact that she did a promo and he disagreed with what Reggie thought.
To be honest, I think DDG should have minded his business and was like, I'm not gonna speak on a matter, so let's move on. I think he's not wrong for speaking on it. It's the internet. When you sign up to be a streamer or to be in content, you become a public figure. If you didn't want to be a public figure, then maybe you should have lived your life instead of behind the camera, you could be in front of it. You could be a cameraman. You could be an editor. You could be a manager. You don't even have to work in content. You can do something else. But the moment that you choose to sit behind this camera and you put yourself out there, unfortunately, we signed up for it. Would he be as accepting if Reggie started talking about the Halle situation? I mean, he would be tight. Bro, you gotta understand, it's not about the fact that you're speaking on it. It was just what was said. You know what I mean? Because Reggie was already going through a lot during that time. He didn't include this in the video, but DDG was talking about how Reggie wasn't grinding hard or something like that. Like ever since he got into a relationship, he took his foot off the gas.
About it. It didn't have to be something this serious. And in this video, I did mainly just focus on the parts with Reggie and DDG. Trust me, off of this one situation with this girl, he started beefing with Lil Mike. He started beefing with Dub. He started beefing with Rod. He started beefing
How the fuck Lil Mike get into this?
A bunch of other streamers, but I just want to make this all-encompassing video focusing on his original crash out. Depending on how well this does, I might honestly just do a couple of parts and then put a compilation at the end of them based on every last crash out, because this video would be,
I'm not gonna lie, Reggie keeping this shit entertaining.
Like 30 minutes to like an hour long if I truly sat
Funny
here
Mike
and
was
got
joking.
every single thing that happened. But this is just a quick overview of the stuff that he's been doing in these past couple of days. Literally, basically burning every single
Lil Mike was dating a girl before Reggie was talking about her? What? Are you serious?
Really, because he has Clover Boys along with Kai still on the side. That he feels like if he beats with anybody else, it won't really matter. Which I feel like is pretty sad that he's willing to go and burn all of these bridges over something this dumb. And that's not truly that serious. Just a quick differences in opinions in all reality. But that's just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel about the situation, the best place to do that would be the comment section.
It just is what it is. I feel like one conversation could fix all of this. They might be on the same page. They might be running game. If I'm up, I would do the exact same shit. Yo, D, what's up? Yo, gang, diss me real quick. Or you know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. And then it's up from there. Game respects game.